Hey there, welcome in. It's Heather with Heather's Healing, and I'm here to look at the energy of the upcoming week, which is April 27th through, what are we going through? May 3rd, 2026. So welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Are you ready for a new week? I feel like that's just a loaded question anymore. Okay. So energy of the upcoming week, for those watching, April 27th through May 3rd, 2026. So let's go ahead and look at the energy of the week or overall theme that will be coming up this week. Then we're going to take a look at your energy, what you are bringing into the week. We'll look at the downside of the week, we'll look at the pros of the week, and we'll get advice. So overall energy of the week, I know we do have a full moon on Friday, and it's also Beltane. So that is something to look forward to. Overall energy of the week, nice. We've got the 10 of Pentacles here. So there's a focus on family, roots, tradition, legacy. There could be themes around inheritance or generational wealth, retirement, planning for retirement, setting up trusts and wills, that sort of thing. There could be themes of that going on. But overall, a grounded week, really nice. We are in Taurus season, which is fantastic. So this to me feels like a Taurus kind of energy focused on home, finances, stability, roots, legacy, all of that, traditions. Nice, I like that. Sigh a little bit of a relief there that we didn't get like the Tower card or something. All right, so let's look at your energy. What are you bringing to the week? Let's take a look at your energy. What are you bringing to the week? I've never really noticed that little evil eye right there. It's cute. Okay, what are you bringing to the week? Nice. Look at this. We've got the Queen of Wands. So this card is definitely representing you, a fiery energy, which feels right for this time of season. We're in between spring and summer. I love the energy of the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands. You are bringing a very outgoing, charismatic, optimistic energy to the week. This is really nice. I love the sunflowers. It's a very positive card. It could be a great week to get together with other people, enjoy others' company. You know, the Queen of Wands, she's not one to sit still. She likes to move around, explore, travel, you know, be around people. It's a very magnetic, you have a very magnetic energy this week, and that's going to serve you really well. Nice. Really nice energy. I like this. All right, let's look at the challenge, the con, the downside of the week. What is the challenge? It feels like it's important to move slowly this week. Pay attention to what you're doing. I feel like I say this a lot, but I think there's so many things that distract us that it's really easy to be accident prone. But let's look and see what card we get here. Downside, con, challenge. Interesting. We've got the Four of Pentacles here. It's a pretty rigid card, so there could be some issues that come up around wanting to control finances or a need to hold on to your money. You know, interesting that we've got the 10 of Pentacles here, which can talk about, you know, planning for the future, you know, wills, trust, that sort of thing. And then we've got this Four of Pentacles here, telling you to hold on to your money, be stingy with your money. This isn't necessarily a helpful energy, but it does feel like a little bit of a scarcity here, feeling afraid to spend money, having concerns about money. Maybe you've overspent, and so now you're maybe feeling some shame or guilt about the money that you spent. And it's a little bit of a miserly energy. Nothing wrong with that, just good to note. I think the energy between these two cards is kind of funny because this is they're such an opposite energy. We have this really, freedom-seeking, fun-loving energy here that isn't going to think anything about money, isn't rigid in any sort of way. And then you've got this really rigid energy, and, it's definitely and I love that she's looking towards this card like, yeah, you're no fun. That's no fun. Let's look at the upside of the week, or the pro of the week. So a lot of earth energy here with the pentacles. What is the upside, the positive, the pro, where you might find flow this week? What is the positive of this week? That's interesting. So we've got the Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords, the Nine of Swords. The way that I'm going to read this, because this is a card of anxiety and worry, the upside of this week, maybe you're not so much in your head. I'm wondering if this energy here of this Ten of Pentacles is helping to, because the energy is very grounded, because you're focused on getting back to basics, you are focused on, family, future, planning out your future, especially when it comes to, money. I'm wondering if that helps to ease some of the anxiety that maybe you would otherwise be feeling. Because there is definitely an issue here of a need to control money, hold on to your money, fear of spending money, not wanting to share your resources with others. But the Ten of Pentacles is very much all about sharing your resources with the people that you care about. So I'm wondering if that's helping to ground the energy in a way that you're not up in your head and worried. So the anxiety doesn't really feel like it's here this week. And I'm wondering if that's because you're holding the energy of the Queen of Wands. You're busy doing other things. You're not so much in your head worrying about things going wrong. You're living life. And I feel like anytime we are really living our life and going about our day, we don't have time for this. That's how I feel about it. And I think it puts things into perspective too. When you're spending time with people that you love and you care about, there just isn't the time to sit and worry about what may or may not happen. So I do like that this week has a really nice, kind of a fun loving feel to it. And I think a lot of that comes from the fact that you're making that the focus this week. So good for you. I like that. Advice and guidance. And thanks so much for being here, you guys. I will have a video up later this week looking at the energy of May, which is very interesting. And then I'll start getting up the readings for May. So watch out for that. So advice and guidance. I just keep hearing have fun and be free. Free yourself. Free yourself from rigidity. Have fun. Yeah, we've got the Page of Pentacles here. Lots of pentacles. So lots of earth energy, a focus on values, where you put your values, focused on longevity, money, tradition, and we've got the Page of Pentacles here. So being curious, asking questions, interesting that we would have the Page of Pentacles here rather than, I don't necessarily see the Page of Pentacles as a very fun-loving energy, but what I do like about it is it's a new energy that's coming in. So I would say the advice here is to be open to news of a new job, news of a new home, improving your home. There's a lot of focus here around making where you live, your family, very comfortable, enjoying the friends and family, enjoying what you've cultivated for yourself. So this could be a nod to, again, news of a new job, a new home, and it could be home improvements, that sort of thing. But it's a very solid new beginning. So stay open to new beginnings. Don't be so rigid in your thoughts and ways of being. I find that interesting too, because we are in Taurus season, and Taurus can at times be a little rigid and hold on to outdated energies for way too long. So be open to something new. Be open to new energies focused on money, resources, and home. So really nice reading. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. Let me know how your week goes. I hope it's fantastic. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the full moon and the Beltane energy. I really like this time of year. It's a fun energy. So take great care, and I'll talk to you soon.